Got it.
Go ahead.
Okay, welcome everyone to this trial number 1. The defendant is Chloe and the plaintiff is Jayden. Chloe is suing Jayden for $10,000 USD in exchange of domestic violence. I will turn it over to our judge and our other lawyer.
I hereby, as judge, declare that this court is now in session. The defendant, please make their claims first.
You want me to do my introduction?
Okay, let me go first since I'm the defendant.
Yeah, just go. Oh yeah. Well, just go ahead. I don't really care.
Okay, Chloe is suing Jayden on assault and domestic violence charges for a monetary sum in exchange for her physical harm and mental harm as well.
We're also gonna be counter suing for the same reasons and for money sum.
Alright, now that we've got that out of the way, let's bring up let's bring up our evidence. And does the plaintiff have any witnesses that they'd like to bring up?
No.
Alright.
I would also.
Does the defendant have any witnesses?
Sort of, yes. Our defendant, Chloe, does not have Discord, so she cannot participate. So I have recorded her statement, and I will be introducing it a part of evidence, a copy to evidence, and a copy when we call the defendant and plaintiff up to the stand.
Alright.
I would ask you to publish evidence into the jury.
Okay. I request that also the plaintiff submits their evidence into the Discord chat as well. There, I have submitted pictures of her personal injury. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry. It says that, that you cannot send explicit photos. So I will be uploading it to a Word document. I mean, a Google Doc. Please give me a second.
Yana, if you check your DMs
Yeah,
for
I
the
got them.
evidence
Okay,
publishers.
insert image.
Yeah, I clicked on the link the first time before you deleted it.
It was showing a picture, so I didn't want to keep it in there.
Yeah, I have it open right here.
Right.
Okay, so Exhibit A.
Yeah. Don't worry about that until I go ahead and call them.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm just looking at them right now. I'm
There's
not gonna
the
say anything.
evidence. I am publishing it. And here is my statement along with the defendant's statement.
I also have a statement after.
Hello, my name is Bird Enforcement, and I
Alright,
am
so I'm gonna
representing
mute because I don't want this to like start playing, so I'm gonna listen to that real quick.
Hello, my name is Bird Enforcement, and I am representing Chloe in today's court case. She will be suing Where's Jayden, aka Jayden, for $10,000 USD. Here is her statement that has been recorded by herself, and I will be elaborating in legal terms after.
So I was swimming in the water yesterday, and my brother came up behind me and grabbed my arms, and he told
Am I
me
correct that
to
this is
hold
going to be
my breath,
published?
and he
So
dipped me under the water, and then he
Can you repeat that?
scratched me two times. He didn't even say sorry, just kept swimming.
Yeah.
And I'm suing him for $10,000. $10,105.
So, as my client was saying, she'll be suing Where's Jayden for $10,000 or
$10,000. $10,105.
So, as my client was saying, she'll be suing Where's Jayden for $10,000 or $10,500. She has basically said that she was in the pool yesterday and she was swimming with the defendant Where's Jayden. He came behind her and grabbed her arms, and he told her, quote, "Hold your breath." He pushed her under the water, and she got out quickly because she wasn't prepared. And since she wasn't prepared, she got water in her mouth and swallowed it through the wrong hole into her lungs, causing her to asphyxiate. And then he
Alright, so I just
two times,
finished
which I can
listening
provide proof
to
for.
the defendant's
And
case.
that sums up
Not the
the
defendant's case,
summary,
but
and
the plaintiff's
that
case.
I will be.
So, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know what the jury's verdict is, or what the jury's verdict is going to be, because I cannot decide that. But from everything that I've heard and seen so far with the evidence, I don't see any reason to believe why the defendant is in the, well, not, I wouldn't say in the right, but the defendant is like not innocent as far
I,
as
re- I request the plaintiff to publicly post the evidence.
yeah, I'm gonna have to back up that request.
Thank you.
Defendant also has a opening statement. Your Honor, may I proceed with the defendant's statement?
Okay, I would like to argue against the plaintiff's evidence. You can see that Exhibit A is a useless photo, and Exhibit B is also useless, and Exhibit C shows signs of self-defense.
So Exhibit A, for me, it provides location. It provides like the scene of like where this is happening, so we can get like a better understanding of like how things looked. So Exhibit A isn't entirely useless, but yeah, there's not enough evidence to like go against the case for Exhibit A. And then Exhibit B, I don't even know how to dissect what's going on over there. The only useful
I
exhibit in this defensive evidence is Exhibit C.
I agree with you on the most part. Yeah, evidence. Exhibit A shows location. Exhibit C shows self-defense, and Exhibits B, it's unless the plaintiff can provide a reason for it, I would deem it useless towards the case. It just looks like your plaintiff, the client you're defending, is just trying to show off his drug, which is highly inappropriate in my sense.
It was just meant to be stated by the plaintiff. It was only meant to be what is Schwartz like doing the thing, doing the initial altercation. Also say uh of the statement of the defendant, the plaintiff, that the only reason um he she had scratch marks on her is for self-defense against her. Um, he she also dem- uh she also grabbed him by his neck and pushed him underwater until he couldn't breathe and
There,
attempt to.
I objection. Sorry. Um, there is no evidence whatsoever backing up that claim.
May I ask what evidence you have on the attempted drowning matter?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Just give me a second, actually. What? You have no evidence also on the attempted drowning.
Yes, but I would like to claim, well, make that claim deemed false. The regards that there's no evidence claiming that it is false, but there's no evidence claiming that it is true.
Um, Alright. Does can I do my opening statement to? Oh, actually, never mind.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an opening statement to jury. Um, I, last storm, my fellow colleagues will be representing West Jayden in the case of crimes that he has committed. His reputation as a game creator, YouTuber, much more affected by these prestigious accusations against him. These claims will affect how people will see him as a person and as mostly as a friend. Many might turn their backs against him because of this. He will be known as domestic violence committer if these claims will not be dissolved. Because of his sister, Mrs. Chloe, his reputation might go on a downfall. These accusations are going to be across the dates of 5/29/2022 and 6/5/2022. I would like for you to remember these dates for that trial. That's it.
May I say my opening statement to the jury?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, everyone of the jury, as the plaintiff said, it will harm his career, but honestly, I see no harm in identifying such a case that could have harmed a little girl, knowing it is his family as well. You can see that they are trying hard to defend the plaintiff, but you can also see as well in their own evidence that it supports the defendant that is making such claims. And you can see that overall there is such, what's the word, um, misrepresentation of a person calling my client basically a liar, but as well as, again, as I was saying earlier, all the evidence just points back that my client was, how do I say this, mistreated by the plaintiff and was committing self-defense. So that is something I would like the jury to consider in the end result, that evidence is way bigger than claims. So thank you, people of the jury. Is there anyone else?
Alright, now that we've provided our opening statements, our court is in session. We've provided most of the primary evidence for all of this. Is there any other evidence that the attorneys would like to bring up to the case?
No, I cannot provide any.
And nope, cannot provide any more.
Um, as I was mentioning earlier, and in the statement, his sister Chloe, the defendant, does not have Discord. So if I were to try to contact her via Jayden, that could be what's it called? Um, terms of corruption. So any statement could not be used via Jayden unless his sister were to um, go through the voice chat inside um, his account.
So the plaintiff is not going to be present at this time. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct. Alright. So as far as witness testimonies go,
We have none.
alright, so the defendant has no witnesses. Does the plaintiff have any witnesses?
You were saying it backwards.
Wait,
The
The
defendant.
plaintiff is the person who filed the suit. The defendant is the person that's trying to defend out of it.
And the defendant is the person making the claims of
Okay.
someone attacking, and plaintiff is the person that they
yeah,
target.
does the plaintiff have any witnesses?
You wanna go ahead and do a recess? Since
Oh, go ahead. This court is now in recess.
Jayden, go back. Oh, by the way, your clients can go back in DMs. You can go back into a VC call. Alright, Jayden. God damn, bro. We don't got no witnesses. That's all of our evidence. Oh my god, I'm gonna die, bro. This is like, there's no way. Turn off desktop audio and other audio. Wait now because Jayden muted because he's. Yeah.
Do you know that big
This is gonna be everyone.
Yeah, this court's now out of recess.
Jury isn't here.
What was it?
He said he had to get dressed or something.
So that means we can't technically resume without him. So are we allowed to bring the plaintiff to the stand for questioning?
As defendant, I agree with Storm as this is being recorded and the jury can go back on it.
Oh, I.
You just need the judge's approval.
Yeah. Think. Your Honor.
What?
Are we allowed to start again since the jury would, since we have on recording and jury can go back through it?
Yes.
Alright. Are we allowed to bring the plaintiff to the stand for questioning?
Yes.
You said yes?
I'm sorry, I'm back.
Yes. Yes, you may.
Jayden, if you would go to the stand, please. So were you present in the pool on 6/5/2022 at 4 p.m.? Were you did you were you in the vicinity of Chloe in the pool on 6/5/2022, 4 p.m.? Did you make did you make physical altercation with Mrs. Chloe on 6/5/2022, 4 p.m. EST? Alright. Um were did so hold on. Did I just say that did she make contact or did you make contact? Okay. Was she in the did you use the water raft that was displayed in State Exhibit A and in the pool at 6/5/2022? Did when she kicked it away, did she make any contact with you? Did the contact make any visual scars, bruises? Or any of them stated in not stated any of them displayed in State Exhibit C? Alright, and how long would you say that you were in the pool with Mrs. Chloe? Alright, did she make any other contact outside of the aggressive kicking? Inside the pool. Alright.
I have questions for the plaintiff.
Can you please repeat that, please?
I have questions for the plaintiff.
You can go ahead and cross examination.
Okay. Can you repeat that, please?
You can proceed to cross examination.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Jayden, um, you said that um she put your head under the water.
She put my head under the water. Like,
Yes.
aggressively, yes.
How can a 9-year-old girl that is smaller than you put you underwater?
Well, Mr. Bird, she got onto my neck and put me under the water. Physically, aggressively. I cannot hurt her. She's a tiny girl. I cannot put my hands on her. Well, I couldn't let her. Well, she forcefully did it.
So you just what's it called? You just admitted to putting hands on her back?
No.
Yes, you just did. You said, and I quote, "She forced me to do it."
She got onto my back she put both of her arms around my neck and forced me under the water. Each time I tried to come back up, she would force my head back underwater. I couldn't do anything to her, so I just had to let her do it. Because if I would have, that would be on my fault for hurting her. I did not want to do. was simply attempted murder.
And she quotes to that you have put her head underwater as well and told her to hold her breath before doing it. Is that correct?
No, sir, I have never did that.
And again, there's no proof claiming that she did put your head underwater. So how do we know that this is a supported claim?
I'm just letting you know that I did not touch her or put her head underwater. Is all done to me.
Again, if she did it to you, how is there no proof representing that? Okay, that will be all the questions for now. Thank you.
I would cross-examine Mrs. Chloe, but she wouldn't. Jayden, can you go get her on at all?
One moment.
Uh,
All right, Chloe is present.
I would like to call Chloe up to the stand for cross-examination. Alright, so you were in the pool with Jayden. Um, so, did you kick Jayden whenever he went to receive the raft at all in the pool? Did did you touch Jayden in that pool that day?
We were playing together.
Objection and false pretenses. The plaintiff's defense team has no right to ask such a blatant, basic answer, as there can be many reasons for physical contact.
Objection overruled. Let her speak. Let let them speak.
Thank you, thank you, Yana. Um, were you? Uh, did hold on? Did Jayden ever put his hands on you that day?
Yes.
Uh, did did you ever go back and make contact with it to that? No, well, hold on. Did you go and make contact with Jayden outside the pool at any time that day? Alright, that's it.
I would like to speak to the judge, please.
Yes.
Do you
I
both
would like
approach?
to suggest a objection, please.
For what?
Um, to make it on the basis of leading, which means that
I know.
it
What do you
was
need?
forcing asking questions to my client that could lead to a criminal answer.
I want to let the person that's up on the stand to be able to speak to themselves to the attorney. And they end up if the jury finds that what they said ends up criminalizing them and they end up finding themselves guilty, that'll be on for the jury to decide. That is not my decision. It's uh, I won't have their time to speak be infringed upon by any means necessary.
Okay, and
So
I would like to mention that honestly, neither of the attorneys should be asking questions. That is the point of a district attorney to ask the questions.
Well, we don't really.
well, I don't really have those right now, so
Yeah, I
I'm
was
just trying
gonna
to go with
say.
what we
So
got.
we're gonna have to be all attorneys at the moment.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, I think I'm gonna put this court back in recess. Take a little break, everyone. Gather your thoughts, cool off a little bit. Some of you might have gotten steamed.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
I hereby put this court in recess.
All right. Your Honor. I would like to give a statement to the jury.
The jury. That's lovely.
Am I? Oh, can I? Am I granted access?
Yes.
Okay. So, in the altercation in the pool, we, if you would look at the scratches provided by the defendant's attorney, if you look at all of them, you can see that no there is no wetness to her skin, as in she has not just stepped out of the pool. So, and if you look at ours, at State Exhibit C for the complainant, you can see on the last one, there's the scratches are there, and his skin is wet, which proves that he just got out of the water, and that's why Chloe must have attacked him right out of the water. That's all I like to say.
I just provided the jury with the evidence.
Okay. I would like to give my statement to the jury as well.
Granted.
Okay, members of the jury. My name is Burton Forsman, and I am representing Chloe, the victim of a attack of her own family member. So, as you can see in the evidence given to you, the plaintiff's proof shows that he did get out of the water, but as my proof shows, that my defendant could have gotten out of the water, dried off fully, and taken those photos. So it's all of a matter of who dried off the most, which is very irrelevant to the case. As you can see as well, I have provided necessary proof to show that there is more significant attack marks to my defendant Chloe rather than her scratching the arms of her big brother Jayden, the plaintiff, as well as that you can also see the fact that there's two sides to the story, of course, but both of them are claiming to put each other underwater. But something that doesn't add up is the fact that how can a little girl push someone bigger than her under the water, which I discussed earlier, but I wanted to point out again to you, the jury. So there'll be
I only have two answers to that, both of which don't make sense.
I could answer that. I can answer.
Magic and gravity.
I could answer that question about that. The defendant could have used any sort of tool, like a raft or something like that, and she could also have used just her hands and put all of the weight on his head, which would weigh enough for him to be pushed underwater.
that would hurt his neck, not push him underwater. If a 9-year-old were to push me underwater, that would only hurt my neck. And as you were saying, using a raft, how would that even work? That's like getting a pool noodle and hitting someone with it. It would do nothing. So I would disagree with your claims, but I will be the bigger person and say that we should both keep this to an end and continue on with this trial. Excuse me, Judge, that was highly inappropriate. I believe you
My
just
bad. My
you
bad.
just unmuted to play the Old Spice theme. Is that correct?
Yes, that was correct. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
going through trying to clean out my inventory, and I must have clicked on that.
Okay.
I do apologize.
Are we going to? Oh, can we still talk about that thing about pushing underwater, or is that good?
They decided to be the bigger man and say we should continue with the trial.
Uh,
So let's not discuss this anymore. That is for the records now and not the current topic anymore.
am I allowed to cross-examine the the defendant again?
Only if she is available, of course, but honestly, the testimony she has recorded should be enough. Any other questions should be relayed through me until the defendant would be able to respond.
I do got like 3 more questions. What she is to.
Would you like to ask me that? I believe I might have them in my notes.
I mean, they're gonna be more personal questions, as in prior altercations.
And I believe you might have already asked this earlier.
I said that in that day. I'm specifying in the past month.
And I would like to what's it called? Disagree with that because past altercations that were not recorded or have any proof for that should have no meaning to the court. So I would like to, if you actually do ask those questions, I would then object to importance to the case. Not important. Thank you.
Look, we gotta look.
Correction, irrelevance. Sorry, I was looking for the right word. Um, I would
My
like
honest opinion, I think it's time that the jury decide their verdict. So I think I'm gonna give them some time to think about their
This
verdict. I think we have. I don't think there's really anything else we could go over. Where I think we've gone over pretty much all the evidence. We've talked to both the plaintiff and the defendant, and I think it's time for the jury to make their verdict.
I would actually, I want to add like a one more thing. Um, about the relevance to the case, I am establishing her character.
All right. So yeah, I think the jury. I think
me.
it's time to make up your verdict.
Pardon? Can I say something to the jury?
Go ahead.
Okay, members of the jury, it's me again. I wanted to show you a little piece of evidence that is not relevant to the case, but it is in relevance to the competence of the plaintiff's attorney. As you can see here, Exhibit C, it shows that he is unprofessional and um, does not require the proper skills um, to actually represent his client. And I would like for you to take that into account that um, someone more experienced like me is providing more accurate details. So,
All right.
I would also like to say that that is for another personal matter that
that's in public records, sir. As you can see in the live stream, that is public records in relevance to the case, as you can see there.
I must have where was that specifically taken, I guess?
Give me 1 second while I pull it up real quick.
Oh, and also object in relevance of that?
It is in um, portion, I believe, 10 minutes into the case.
After objection.
I already called it.
Call it again.
Your Honor, objection of relevance.
Objection sustained.
Cool.
I don't think that that piece of evidence should infringe upon the attorney's competence of whether or not they can do their job. And I think that using that as a form of what do you call it? Not bribery, not blackmail, like as leverage against an attorney. I don't really think that that is really right at all morally. So I'm going to sustain the objection. That's not a really viable piece of evidence to use in this court case. And it's not relevant to the case anyway.
So then it would be unrelevant. It would be not relevant then. So
So it's not relevant.
yeah. So if it's not relevant, that means the objection goes.
Yeah, I know. I said objection sustained.
Sustained means like done. Like that means like you can't. It's like
Yeah, it's like dismissed. So you
yeah,
meant
it's
to say
dismissed.
you meant to say objection approved or whatever.
Objection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to say that
That's
because
fine.
I know that overruled means like it's done. I guess I didn't
That's
know.
the same. That's the same thing as sustained.
Okay. Then yeah, objection approved. Not viable evidence. Alright, I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna let the jury some time to make up their verdict, and then we can reconvene if they're ready to give their verdict.
So you are officially saying that this court is in recess currently?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about that since we're in recess.
Um, my attorney will be back. What? Yeah. Yes. We're waiting for Hunter to get back. Oh, he's back.
The jury can speak.
You want to
their
speak or you just
verdict.
want to type? I don't really. Oh, he doesn't have a mic. It's fine.
Hunters are right here. Bid fail. Laugh at this user.
Hush.
That's fine.
I'm fucked.
Mhm.
Sorry, I meant to mute my mic.
Honestly, he says it looks like an imp. I said it looks like it's it, but you know.
Alright, so
Alright, so in terms of the case of Jayden and Chloe, hereby find Jayden innocent of any crimes that were accused against him, and I say that Chloe is now fined with giving Jayden $10,000 in reparations to physical assault. This court case is adjourned.
thank you.
Fuck you, pussy.
Wow! So. Hold on, I'll be back.
Maybe I'm
Let's go.
foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind.
We did it!
Prove it, so maybe I'm lying.
Yay!
But I'm only human after all.
Hunter, we did it, bro.
After all, don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. Take a look in the mirror. What do you see? Do you see it clearer, or are you deceived in what you believe? 'Cause I'm only human after all.
Woo! Hunter, we did it!
After all, don't put the blame on me.
Oh my goodness, Hunter, we did it!
Put your blame on
Oh, the Lord!
Some people got the real
Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that.
people out of love. Some people think I can solve them. But Lord heavens above, I'm only
I
human.
can't believe it, bro. I can't believe it.
Woo! Dude, we did this!
I can't believe it.
Hunter, we did it! Thank you! Thank you!
I need to go into
law.
law. I'm going into law now.
Wait, you're going where?
Into law.
You should. I might actually do it. I don't know. Thank you so much, Hunter.
I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me.
I get to pay you now.
Put the blame on me.
You won the case. Dude, you won the case, not me. You did.
I'm so happy. No, you don't understand that. You understand. I literally.
Lord
No. The first part, I was like, oh god, he has a lot of evidence of me. And then I started figuring out crap like that. And then.
I'm only human. I make mistakes.
Look, put your stats as you won the case. Dude, you won this case, not me.
Don't put the blame on me. 'Cause I'm no prophet.
Oh, it is? Oh, yay, food too. Let's go.
You should go looking
Thank you so much, Hunter.
actually really wanted to do this really bad, and
I'm
now
Thank
this.
you, dude.
After all,
This all goes to you. Dinner's on me.
After all, don't put the blame on me.
What's your cash app?
Are you seriously? This man's gonna appeal the verdict.
I'm only human.
No.
Do what I can.
It's too late now.
Oh, he's gonna reopen the case, really?
How do you appeal the appeal? Is that even legal? Appeal the appeal
Thanks so much, guys, for watching the stream.
verdict. Can you appeal a not guilty verdict? You cannot appeal a non-guilty verdict. Can you appeal a guilty verdict? Oh dang! Dang it! He can't do that.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Remember to plead guilty if you.
Hold on. The case can probably be reopened.
No appeal. We're good. He denied it. He denied it.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
He denied it. Okay, we're good. I have to go eat now.
Alright, see you.
Come on, see ya.
Well, thanks for watching, you guys. I don't know if Chloe's actually gonna pay. It's okay if she doesn't. It's just a game. It's just something we want to do. It's fun. It's fine. If she doesn't pay, it's all cool. But, yep, that's a dub for Hunter. He won his first case, and he probably gonna get a lot.